I've had this guitar for about 2 months now, and I want to give you the lowdown on the Harley Benton ST25th Firemist. I'll be highlighting the good points, the bad points, and giving you the real talk as to whether it was worth it or if I actually regret buying it. Starting off strong, the neck on this guitar is fantastic. The treatment that they've applied to this roasted maple makes it feel nice and smooth, and it doesn't get that sticky feeling when you're under really hot gigging stage lights. Certified. I have tested this out at multiple gigs so far. Huge shout out to the fretboard as well. All of the Laurel fretboards that I've seen on other guitar brands' guitars, I'm looking at you, Big F, are very light and don't quite strike that classic rosewood look. Harley Benton have selected some really nice choices of wood for this, and the darker boards really set off the look of this guitar. The pickups. Don't get me wrong, they are great for the price point and actually do have a really great dynamic range. They sound pretty good in isolation too. However, I've played a few Harley Benton guitars over the years, and the Roswell pickups really do lack clarity and definition. The pickups in this guitar are no different. They are almost there, but they have a kind of spongy mid-range, which means that they're really hard to dial in a great sound in a live mix. Let's take a listen what they sound like when compared to the magnetic pickups in my Variacs. Back to another positive, the hardware on this guitar is really solid. The tuners are nice and smooth and hold tune really well. And because they're locking, they make string changes a breeze. The trem system is a nice, chunky, solid unit, and the block steel saddles are really comfortable under your palm when you're playing. The nut is graphite as well, which is a really nice touch for a guitar at this price point. The volume knob. This might be a personal preference thing, but I thought it was worth mentioning anyway. The volume knob turns incredibly easily, which might be okay for some, but when I'm playing and I knock it, I wonder where all the gain's gone from my guitar signal. Personally, I prefer a stiffer knob. In my previous video, I omitted this feature, so I should probably mention it on this full review. The volume pot does this. This gives a coil split on the bridge pickup and gives an almost single coil tone. What I mean by that is it's never as good as a traditional single coil, but it's a nice little bonus feature that I never knew it had. I decided to record a track using mainly the split bridge tone, so let's have a listen to that now. The stainless steel frets are a big reason why I chose to buy this guitar. I wanted to have that newly polished fret feel for longer and not have to worry about my frets wearing out over time. These frets are as smooth as silk and show absolutely no signs of wear. Not that you'd expect it on a guitar of this age. There is absolutely no scratchy feeling to the frets, and I expect that to last a very long time. I'm going to share with you a bonus tip that James over at Affordaboard shared with me. Now, I'm not a big trem user and I prefer to block them off so that I'm not knocking the guitar out of tune when I'm resting my palm on the bridge. You can block a Strat trem off by blocking the trem cavity using a rubber or an eraser for my American viewers. Another feature I'd like to mention about this guitar is the strings. No, hold on, hear me out. So usually guitars of this price point get shipped with the cheapest, nastiest, unbranded strings, or even strings that are so old that they are well past their sell-by date. It is almost an unwritten law that when you get a new guitar, you're expected to change the strings on it. This guitar came shipped with Elixir 10s, which is my brand and string of choice. This is a really nice touch, and those strings are still on the guitar today and are going strong despite having a few gigs under their belt. Getting to do a deep dive on this guitar after the new guitar excitement made me realise how feature packed this guitar is. You are getting so many premium features for this price point, it is unbelievable. Better still, since I've bought this guitar, it has reduced in price ever so slightly. But the final question on everybody's lips is, was it worth it? It might come as no surprise for me to say, yes, it was. This is possibly the best value guitar that you can get on the market today, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. How has my opinion changed on this guitar since I first got it though? If you click on the link on screen now, you will find out exactly that. I appreciate that you've made it to the end of this video. Please consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. I'll see you again on the next video.